Let's talk about City of Nightmares by Rebecca Schafer. So City of Nightmares is by far one of the most interesting concepts that I've seen thus far, and it's a little intense. So let's get into like where we're at. So our main character, Vanessa, aka Nessa, lives in the city of Newham, which is kind of like New York City-esque is what I would go with. But the weird thing is that when people fall asleep, they actually like dream, and when they dream, they become nightmares. Whatever their worst nightmare is, they become that. So like man-eating cockroaches, man-eating spiders, like Godzillas, pterodactyls even, like people will literally become anything. There's 12 different strains of vampires that exist in this world, to give you an idea of like how intense this nightmare situation is. The city decided to start putting what's called helamine, which is basically like a drug, into the tap water that would also like stop people from dreaming when they sleep, to limit the amount of nightmares that are coming out. However, alcohol and other substances like that do negate the effects of helamine and other various sleep-inducing drugs. So you're still getting nightmares all the time. There's a nightmare defense. There's all kinds of stuff. Vanessa and her best friend Priya work for the Friends of the Restful Souls, which everyone in this book claims it's a cult. But Vanessa is not so sure, because they do offer like therapy sessions for people who have been affected by nightmares or have become nightmares. Because not everyone who becomes a nightmare is like killing everything in sight. A lot of them are like living semi-normal lives as their various nightmare creatures, especially like the vampires and various humanoid-like nightmares. One day she goes on a boat to do a mail run, because like regular mail is like not reliable, so usually a mail carrier has to go. And the boat blows up, and she has to rely on a vampire in order to escape. And this is the same girl who was absolutely terrified of every type of nightmare, including vampires. I do have to say, like, the one really refreshing aspect of this is that Vanessa is a scaredy cat. She's a coward. She's terrified of everything. She would rather hide than fight. Her fight or flight is basically non-existent. It's deer in the headlights. Like, she's terrified. Or she runs. Like, there's no fighting for her. Whereas Priya, who is a side character, is far more of the, oh, let that nightmare, I got like 18 weapons on my person at all times, ready to go kind of a character. I had a great time in this world. I think it was a very interesting concept, and it was very well, what's the word I'm looking for? It was very well done, just in the aspect of how the book was written. The only complaint that I could even have for this is that her internal monologues of constantly questioning things while things are happening around her are a little too much. But that's literally the only complaint that I could even like come up with. The rest of the book was 10 out of 10, absolutely amazing. I had a great time with these characters. This is also a Fairy Loot edition, so of course we have the pterodactyl on the side, and just this absolutely stunning cover with our main character Vanessa in the end papers, as well as our vampire friend. But I absolutely loved this book. I think you would enjoy it as well. And Cage of Dreams, which is the second novel, this will be a duology, is due to come out soon. So do keep an eye out for that, and I hope you enjoy.